because it's all part of the plan.
DJ Ill Will. DJ Ill Will. DJ Ill Will.
Well, you don't have to worry if you hold on to Jesus' hand. We'll all be safe from Satan. The thunder rolls.
We back in the Low Key Cave, Keyshawn Nimes YouTube page, aka Mr. Low Key. Today, I ain't gonna necessarily say I'm doing a Wire series review. I'm just basically going in and giving my opinion and just saying why this is my favorite series of all time, like my #1 series of all time. Yeah, I'm gonna put it like that. For people who haven't not watched this series, because if you did not know, when this series was coming out, and even when it was airing like regularly, like it was airing on regular schedule, this was not a popular series as far as mainstream series. Like, it wasn't getting like the highest ratings or whatnot, as far as I had heard and going back, but they continued the series and continued it on, and this is a phenomenon now. This is not just a cult classic, this is a pop culture. This is everywhere. Everybody knows these characters by name. These people are rewatching this series today. There's so many people that go back now and just get that nostalgia from this series, because this is what people would call a perfect series. And I'm giving my opinion, and I want to go back and go just not only through the series, but just some of the reasons why I love the series so much, is why it's my #1 series, and some of my favorite, not my favorite episodes, but because I can't even name my favorite episodes, there's so many, but I would say I would probably give me my favorite season of the series. I love all the seasons though, I do. Even people be saying season 2, like I love season 2. I enjoy season 2. I done went back and rewatched this whole series a couple times. Recently I went back and watched this series. So first off, I want to just say off gate, my favorite character is, of course, I gotta say Avon Barksdale. He is one of my favorite characters in the show. It's the way towards the end he carried himself, even though he set his homeboy up the river, but his homeboy did kill his cousin without acknowledging him. I'm just saying. But I'm gonna give you an example of why I like Avon. It's when Cuddy came to him and he was like, yo, this ain't in me no more. You know, Cuddy, they just got out of jail or whatnot, and Avon didn't go off about him like, oh, so you ain't trying to ride with us, we gonna shoot, we gonna take you out, then you ain't down for the cause or some shit. He let him out. He let him out clear and flare. I mean, he let him out clear. He just let him go. It was all good. Cuddy was able to walk without any repercussions or anything, and not only that, it was, you know, he held his own. I mean, Cuddy was one of them guys that been in jail for a long time. He had put in work and whatnot. So the way Avon handled him, and it was not only that, it was when Cuddy came in and asked him for the money to handle the gym or whatnot. He wasn't looking for no extra handout or whatnot. It was like, yo, here you go. And I just seen, like, to me, Avon was one of them people that he was by any means necessary as far as keeping his name and his respect for his name. Like, to me, for him, it was about the money. He wanted the money and whatnot, but it was more to him about his respect. Like, he was ready. I mean, he went to jail, and he was ready to go toe to toe with Marlo on some war type shit. The nigga was on season 3 with grenades and shit. Like, and to see how Stringer Bell was trying to stray away from that and trying to progress, trying to have legit businesses and whatnot, and Avon was not hearing it. He wanted his name to keep ringing out in the streets. He wanted his name to remain out on the blocks of Baltimore and whatnot. So I'm saying the reason why he's one of my favorites, not because of that, to me, that stupidity, I would say, of having your name ring out on the streets instead of having your freedom or whatnot, and having people killed, people being murdered, you know what I'm saying, innocent children dying because of a war y'all got going on in the streets or whatnot. So that's not the reasons I enjoy him. Like I said, I enjoy him somewhat for his principles, the things he holds, and I feel like somewhat though he doesn't hold some of the things, his own self accountability for the things he's done. But it's just one of those characters. I think I like that actor more because I done seen him in so much shit. Woody, like I love that actor more, and I think that's what it is with Barksdale, man. But my second favorite character, of course, is going to be Omar. Omar all day. Omar, let alone his principles, but man, the dude that's gay, that walks around openly gay, tells you I'm gay, and still robs you, robs drug dealers. His hobby is robbing drug dealers. He doesn't pull his guns on no citizens, no kids, or nothing like that. And throughout this series, you hear that, you know, everybody speaking on not shooting on Sundays and no women and no kids. That's the rules, blase, blase. And you know that, and they go throughout the series preaching that throughout this whole series. And one thing I really love about this series, and the way Omar, and the way people call out his name, and the Omar coming. Like I said, I done talked about this before. I had a podcast and I done this, man, but it's just seeing those characters and the way they developed on this series, man. And the reason I say Omar is one of my favorite characters is the way he went out. I was so mad, man. I was so mad at the way he went out by Kennard, man. And I'm like, what? We doing this? I was ready to see the whole Marlo versus Omar war go out and how it was going to play out. But this is another reason why this series was so good. It didn't play out the way you thought it was going to go. Nothing went the way you thought it was going to go. It wasn't no happy endings. It wasn't the good guy gives us the bad guy. Because to be honest, Omar wasn't no good guy. I'm just saying. But the way things would go, the way Marlo didn't necessarily go down, but you know, even with that, like, you just see how this series showed you how the school system, how it lets our kids down, especially the inner city schools. And just seeing how these children are in the schools, just seeing how this government works, the process of putting money, whether it's to put money in schools or put money in the police, like, it's a whole lot they show so much in, man. It will be 2 or 3 hours long just talking about so many things they got in this, man. My third best character part of the series is Michael, of course, in the season 4. And speaking of season 4 is my favorite of the seasons of this series, man. Season 4 dives into the school system, deep into the school system. Not only that, you get to follow these group of kids, man, these group of friends, and the development of these characters, and see how the end of the season, all of them go in their separate ways, and how tragic their stories are, man. I'm telling you, how are you supposed to be a snitch or not snitch, and how that shit can dwell not only in school but out of school, and how that shit can come to your house. Like, it was so much, man, that they got into with this series, and that's why I enjoyed it so much. And it's from showing you not only school system, it's showing you the police and how the corrupt police and how the good police are actually trying to get some good shit done, and how the police are just trying to fix stats, and they just trying to they work with dealing with the inner neighborhoods and the lower income neighborhoods. Like, they show all this shit. They dive all into all of this, man, and they don't shy away from anything. They give you details. They go into all of that, man. This series is phenomenal. And so when you have series like Snowfall, series like The Chi, I feel like Snowfall is trying its best to somewhat get into that formula, especially in this later season. So the Snowfall to me shows you that destruction. It's showing you the outcome of what drugs bring into the neighborhood, especially in that early 90s, early 80s, late 80s, going into the 90s or whatnot, and it's showing you the effects. But shows to me like Power, for instance, Power doesn't do that to me. Power shows you the ramifications of maybe what happens if you being a drug dealer, but on the other end, the Power shows you the high life of being a drug dealer, like the glamour life of being a drug dealer. I love Power. Power is my show. I love Power. Shout out to Power. But I'm giving these examples because people are always making these comparisons, and I feel like The Wire is no comparison. There's no comparison. This show has been going off air for a while, but people got to go back and rewatch this show. People got to go back and look at this show because you don't get these type of shows no more. As good as Snowfall is, man, I'm telling you, no. The Chi, are you serious? It's nowhere near this. The Wire is one of those shows that, like I said, the reason it's so good is it doesn't give you what you want. It doesn't give you what you think you're going to get, and you are basically left without any expectations. But you getting that how you say it, man. You get in that brutal honesty. You get in that brutal honesty in your face. Ain't nobody a good guy. Ain't nobody good guys. Everybody has their flaws in this show, man. And it's showing you from the police to the guys. It's showing you how they worlds are connected, but how they deal with different things. Think about the world of the drug dealers and the world of the police. It shows you so many times how they worlds collide as far as the things they're dealing with in their inner circles. You might have a world of the drug dealers dealing with certain things, and it be the same situation, but coming from a different point of view and different angle from what the cops are dealing with. And it's so much that dives into how they're dealing with so many things together, and how everything blends together, how everything comes together. So with a show like The Wire, I just feel like it has so many different dynamics to it and so different places it goes, and it doesn't stick to one character. It doesn't stick to, man, this show goes to different characters. Like by season 3, you thinking like, whoa, you taking out characters like Stringer Bell, you taking out characters like Avon, like they are gone. Avon comes makes another appearance in like season 5, but Stringer Bell gets killed. This is the character everybody was sitting there like, what? Wait a minute, what we doing? You thinking this guy's gonna be like that guy you following throughout the remainder of the whole season? No. And that was an example like Omar and the way he died by that kid Kennard out of the blue. Then again, the store buying cigarettes. Bow. That was it. It's over. Omar is gone. And it was like, wow, man. And it's the same thing over and over these dynamics, and to seeing the way these characters, and by the end of season 5, it's almost like they go and show you the new people who are coming up, who gonna be in these roles now. It's like it's a rewind button. It's like, oh, it's just starting over, it's just coming again. You seeing the Bubbles. You seeing it was I can't remember his name, but it's this kid that's poor, but he moves in with Michael, constantly picked on and stuff like that, and he ends up going out there getting on drugs, and it's like he's the new Bubbles. And it comes with Michael, the way his season ends, it's like he's becoming the new Omar, and it's like Marlo is basically transitioning into becoming Avon, what Avon is. It's like this rotation, man, and you got the police and all this stuff, and it's still going on with these corrupt governments or whatnot. But this series is phenomenal, man, and I had to go in again. It's probably my 3rd or 4th time talking about it, but me having my own platform now, being on YouTube, I definitely had to dive in it again. I'm definitely probably gonna go in and start doing like season reviews, maybe like one of my, like season 4 for instance, going to do a full out season review of that, because this is not no series review or anything. This is, like I said, my opinion, and why I feel like this is really me feeling like why this show can't be compared to no other show, and why when people do the Shy, Snowfall or whatnot, no, there's no comparison, man. This is a one of a kind show. You're not gonna get no other shows like this. And like I said, if you haven't seen this, if you have not seen The Wire, get you some HBO Max. You get you something with HBO or something, so you can definitely check out this whole season, and it's binge worthy. I'm telling you. One more thing I want to say is the first time I even got onto The Wire was it coming on BET. I think they was about to go into season 4 or 5, but they started showing reruns on BET, and I'm sitting there just locked in, loaded, and glued. You talking about having to deal with commercials, and Wire was on HBO, so you didn't have to worry about commercials. So just being able to watch this and just being locked in from that first episode, where they in a courtroom and whatnot, and Avon Cousin is Get Off, man. There's so many good characters in this, so many twists and turns, man. But it ain't just that, man. It's the story they're giving you, and giving you this reality. This ain't just in Baltimore. This is like how this goes on in these inner cities, man, and how shit goes on with not only the kids, the police, the neighborhoods, drug dealers, blase, etc., man, how stuff goes on. And this is a phenomenal series, and I'm telling you, if you've not watched it, you definitely need to watch it. If you have watched it and you ain't watched it in a while, I'm giving you a reason to go back and rewatch it, because there's so many things you can catch. It's stuff I never noticed, and I done catch rewatching these episodes, man. And sometimes I go back and watch again, and I'm still catching stuff to this day. So definitely, if you have not seen The Wire, definitely go check it out, man. Let me know in the comment section, man. Do y'all feel like this is one of those series that can't be compared to no other show? Is this one of y'all all-time favorite series? If you have watched it, this is my #1 TV show of all time. #1. leave a like and that like button. Hit it. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Shout out to all my subscribers. Shout out to everybody viewing my videos, man. It's much appreciated, man. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. This is the road to 200 subs, man.
The devil down in the hole. He's got the fire and the